Here we are. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Another Dream Detective show. Welcome. If this is your first time here, I want to say hi and welcome. I'm Kate, the Dream Detective. And with me tonight are master dream interpreters. And so I will let them introduce themselves to you. They all have channels. And we would appreciate it if you give us comments, chat with us in the chat, and let us know how much this means to you by supporting all the channels. I put the channel information in the details for the video. So whoever wants to jump in, jump in.
I'm Diana Bowles, and you know me as Oil Painter in the chat. And yes, I have a channel. However, I haven't posted anything on it in 3 years because it's me reading the children's books that I illustrated for the kids that I used to teach because I retired and moved back to Michigan. And they were all buying the book, and so I had to read it to my students. So
wow.
If you go there, that's all you're going to find.
That's amazing, though.
Yeah,
Diana.
I know.
Thank you.
Right?
So
I
cool.
love it. I didn't even know
So
that.
cool.
There you go.
Amazing.
One of these days, I may kick it up with something else for us big kids.
You will.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I guess I'll go next. I'm Allie from Heart and Soul Connected, and Kate and I, every other week, spend 1 week we're on my show, 1 week we're on her channel, and I'm happy to be here with you all on Kate's channel tonight. So thank you.
Go ahead, Terry.
Oh, okay. I'm Terry at Holding Your Space is my channel. And I'm so happy to be here. I love coming here to this channel with you, Katie, and also with Allie.
Awesome.
Hi, everybody. I am Kelly. My channel is Kelly Healer. And yep, I'm honored to be on tonight, Katie, with you and Allie. I love you guys so much. I love being in the presence of you beautiful people.
We love you.
Yeah. We love you too. It's good stuff, right?
Yes.
It's really good
Mutual
stuff.
society.
So we say hi to a couple of people. We'll say hi to Foxy. We have your dream, Foxy. So we're ready. We'll be bringing that one up. Want to say hi to Teresa and hi to Wiki.
Hi, Wiki.
And say hi to Laurie. Good.
Yeah.
Glad you guys are here. And here's another one that we know. Let's see if I can get it to go.
There's Jay.
Yay! Hi, Jay. Maybe one day we'll have Jay on as well. He's got some pretty amazing dreams as well, right?
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
this guy? I never seen him before.
Ron is going to be on our show.
He's from Canada.
Oh, Canada. He knows Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, he does know.
Yes, he does. So Ron is going to be on our show about healing with Jay. So you got this, and that's on the 18th of September. Really looking forward to hearing his story because it is fascinating.
It is fascinating.
And I hope that you guys will stop by and see it because like I said, it's inspirational. So we really, really are excited about that.
Good.
So where do we want to start? Do you want to tell us about what happened today with a Dreamweaver, Allie?
It actually was yesterday. And I, the first time that the song came out, Gary Wright, who sang the song Dreamweaver and actually had other songs, I didn't realize he was 80. And I also didn't realize the song came out in 1972 because I remember listening to it more in 76 or 7. But I love the first time I heard it, it just spoke to me. It's a metaphysical song. I just closed my eyes again, climb aboard the Dreamweaver train, across, leaving all my worries behind. But one of the best lines of it is, maybe we'll go through the astral plane. That's one of my favorite lines in there.
Oh, I love that.
Right.
Yeah. And I didn't know what an astral plane was at the time. But
he probably
starts out sort of like it's very dreamlike. And so I thought to myself, this is an important thing, just because we're the dream detectives and we all want to talk about our dreams. But the fact that, you know, some of these things were sort of hidden in plain sight many years ago.
Right.
Sang along and you listened and everything, and it's like, oh, those words, you know. So rest in peace, Gary Wright. Your song is beautiful, and it transcends time. Yep, it transcends time
Thanks.
and space. Yeah. And so I hope he is resting in peace, because he died of Parkinson's and Lewy body dementia. And he was 80 years old, though. And so I just want to thank him for all the love that he had from that song. So that was
Right.
all. Yep.
Yeah. The astral plane crossed the highways of fantasy to help me forget today's pain.
To leave all my worries behind. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what we are. We're dream weavers. Really.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for letting me say that. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, you're so
Yeah.
welcome.
Mhm.
You know, there are a lot of folks that believe that a lot of our music is inspired, channeled, right? So it makes sense that would be the language of spirit is music,
Sure.
right? So how it touches it and how we respond to it. Sometimes there aren't words for it. Sometimes you'll hear a song and just burst into tears because there are no words for how that's touching each of us. So it's a wonderful thing to celebrate when we have someone that's willing to put it into words and then share it with the world. Right.
That's
Then it's going to be here forever now. Right.
Yep. It's timeless. Yep. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, do we want to move into the Venice experience?
Sure.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, let's do it. So we invited everybody to join us in the 1500s at a time of Renaissance and a time of enjoying the day in the life of Veronica Franco, and she was feisty, right? She was a powerhouse at a time where women only had two options. You were either married or you were something else. And if you fell in love with the wrong class, you ended up going, wait a minute, that's not fair. My heart says I'm in love with him. What do you mean I can't marry him? What do you mean we don't have enough money? What do you mean I'm on the wrong side of the tracks? How do we fix this? Right?
Yeah.
How do we fix this? And her story is really amazing about learning a skill so she could change her life. And then her country asking her to solve or prevent a war. This woman who had nothing. And because she really was in love with this guy and wanted to make him a little bit jealous, she mastered her craft. It was really, really quite an amazing story. So the men loved her. The women hated her. They were jealous of her. Courtesans back then could access libraries. They could access legal documents. They could access everything because they were meant to have stimulating conversations with the men. And they were the only ones allowed to enter that conversation of politics and history and poetry and anything. The sky was the limit, but you had to be a very good courtesan in order to do that. And so she ended up doing that. And at one point, the church decides that she must be a witch because all of the men in her country, fall down at her feet. Well, there was a reason they fell down on her feet, So she was a powerful woman. She claimed herself. She knew herself. And so there's a hearing that took place where, they were getting ready to hang her. And the judge asked for someone to step forward to say that she was not a witch. And a woman who was so jealous of her stood up and said, if she's a witch, so am I.
Wow.
And then the men who were watching this trial stood up and said, and I'm a witch, and I'm a witch. So these powerful men, these powerful people, came to her defense by saying, this isn't witchcraft, this is love.
Right.
And it was really beautiful. So
Cool.
beautiful
That's
story.
amazing.
Beautiful story.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh. So I just wanted to know if you guys had experiences with that. It looks like Jay had an interesting
Mhm. Yeah,
ancient
that is
water
very
creature.
interesting, Jay. What did they
Wow.
look like? Well,
Yes.
oversized ancient creatures. You sure you weren't in Antarctica underneath the ground?
Right? I was thinking the exact same thing.
Laugh.
I know.
Yes. Oh my gosh, so cool.
Mhm.
So maybe she will let us know as well. So
Yeah.
yeah. Here we have Val. Hi Val.
And Glow and Annie Bear. Yay.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
does anybody want to share what they got?
I can share what I got. I didn't get much, because I got distracted. But I took a boat. I was on a boat to get there, and I remember I had a long time period green dress on, and I got off the boat, and there was a long boardwalk to walk on, and we were all getting off the boat, and I looked down and I saw a man's wallet, and I picked it up, and I was like, I have to find the owner of this wallet. And so I was asking, whose wallet, and we got to the end of the boardwalk, and then it turned into a cobblestone street where you could go right or left, and that's where my dream ended, and I still hadn't found the man, whoever's wallet that was. Still hadn't found it, and so that's where
How
it ended.
interesting.
Boardwalk.
Did the wallet have a crest? Because back then they didn't have like IDs. You know what I mean? Your crest was your identification, right?
It
Your
was
stone, your sword, your right.
See, and that it wasn't like that. There was no ID in there, but it was like a two. It was almost like a flap. It was brown, a really deep dark leather, and it was probably yay wide on one
Oh,
side and yay
interesting.
wide on the other side.
Yeah.
And I remember knowing that there was no ID in there, but I didn't see anything else in there. It was just I had it in my hand, and I was like, I have to find the owner of this man's wallet. And so yeah, I was, whose wallet, and looking
How
forward to it.
interesting.
I got to the end. It was like I could go right or left on the cobblestone, and then that's when I woke up.
Wow. Do you remember any smells or sounds?
No, not really. Other than it was busy, but yet it wasn't busy. And the reason for that was because we were all coming off this boat, so it seemed busy, but yet it had slow vibes, if that makes any sense. But we were all almost being like herded off the boat,
Interesting.
and so that part of it was busy, but it had a chill vibe. But then again, I wasn't that chill because I was kind of in, oh my gosh, I have to find this guy whose wallet this is.
I like the fact that you had such high morals that you wanted to find the owner of this.
Mhm.
And without any heraldry on it, how would you know what coat of arms he belongs to, what home he,
Yeah.
What
what
house?
fort he belongs to?
Yes.
Because a common man would probably just have it in a pouch.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Crazy.
that's really great. I will be right back. It is thundering and I have windows open. I got to go
You
close
do it.
them in the
All
rooms where I know it's going to blow in.
Yep.
Yeah, be
Thank
careful.
goodness. Careful, yes. Terry, do you want to share? Did you have a moment in Venice with us?
I did. It wasn't long and it wasn't a lot, but I did. It all seemed like it was a little bit underwater, like it was kind of
Oh,
filmy.
blurry.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a little blurry. And I saw the green dresses, Callie. So it
Oh, you
was like,
did?
oh, completely, yeah. Completely beautiful green velvet and silks. And
Mhm.
um she was really quite lovely and she had a really interesting energy about her. As she collected, it was like she collected men and she showed me a room and it was filled with men's hats. Like
Oh,
just every
Ooh.
inch of it had a hat on top of a hat on top of a hat. And it's like,
yeah.
I own them. And she took ownership of them too. Um,
Mhm.
and then there was a red claw. Like, I don't know what that was about. I don't know if that was the church or whoever was going after her at the time, but there
Yeah,
was a red claw, and I was like,
yeah.
"Whoa, step back." Um, um, and then there was oh, okay. She collected men. She talked about, and that's about it.
Wow. Oh my gosh,
Interesting.
that's really detailed. I think you're
When I
right that the
first
claw. Sorry, go ahead,
when I
Allie.
first when I first met my husband, we were up in Lake Tahoe and we went into this shop that had all these men's hats from like for Renaissance festivals and things. And he put on this powder blue hat with a great big
Love it.
feather. And honest to God, it was like he transitioned into that time period. And just as you said that, I was seeing that over again. It was like, wow.
Oh my
So
gosh.
thanks
Oh
Wow,
for
my
the memory.
gosh.
Yeah, yeah,
that's
Wow, that is
amazing,
so
really.
yeah,
cool. Because
yeah,
Terry, she had multiple hats. She did multiple
yeah.
things. So yes, she
Yep.
collected men, but she also had different hats that she would put on in her day
Okay.
for the things that she was doing. And for
Oh,
the different circumstances that she was in. So it works
interesting.
twice, right? There's two ways that totally
Yeah,
makes sense because she did collect men. I mean, they
yeah.
adored her. They adored her. She learned how to do the poetry competition. They asked her to
Can't hear
stop
you.
war. Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me
No, it
now?
was
Now we
like,
can. Yeah,
yeah, now you can. Yeah.
yeah.
But the government actually asked her to stop a war, and she did.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So I
Well,
mean,
and
it was really fascinating. Really, really
yeah,
Would you
fascinating.
take
tell
care of
Annie who
them.
she is again because she got here late? She said, "Yeah,
Oh, I'm
yeah."
sorry. Tell who? Oh,
Tell
Annie.
Annie
Annie.
Bears.
Okay.
Yeah,
Annie Bear.
yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about a historical figure from the 1500s in Venice. Her name was Veronica Franco. She's a poet. She's a historian. She has written books, so you can actually read her writings and her poetry. Uh, she was a historical figure in the Renaissance. She was a courtesan, and the reason she became a courtesan was because she had no other option for a lifestyle in Venice to be able to. She was smart, she was fast, she was quick. She learned things quickly, and she was beautiful. She was absolutely beautiful. So that's who we're talking
Cool.
about. We were spending a day in the life of in Venice with what was going on with her. So I hope that's helpful. Annie. But and did you and so and Allie, did you want to have anything you wanted to share about it or?
No, I didn't have the dream, so I was glad that it brought me the hat idea though back to me.
Yes,
So thank you.
that
Yeah,
memory. So
yeah.
I'll share. I tried to draw pictures, but today I'm just too all thumbs. I couldn't draw any pictures today. But I met someone on the Bridge of Sighs. Okay, and we were
Ooh.
overlooking all of the gondolas going by, and there were fireworks in the sky. So the person that I was with had long flowing hair with feathers that were, or not feathers, but flowers that were woven into the braiding that was coming down through her hair, along with draping ribbons. Okay, so So it went, hair and braid and ribbon. And the ribbon wasn't part of the braid, it was just flowing. Okay. And her dress was blue with a white bodice where lots of lace and the corseting up the front, right? The lacing up the front, and she had on uh, one of those bracelets that makes noise that is like bells. Okay, like ding 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 ding. Sometimes they're on feet or anklets. The type of bells that I'm talking about, where it's silver and really tiny little bells, very pretty. But every time she raised her hand, we got this little musical chime thing on with the bells. And we decided to join the celebration. I have no idea what the celebration was for, and try and dance to, we're trying to copy their dance. So we were laughing, we were busting up so bad because they couldn't see us, but we were trying to do the moves that they were doing. And it was absolutely hysterical because, oh my gosh, we just didn't have the moves down. And it wasn't that it was complicated, but it wasn't the electric slide, and it wasn't Thriller, and it wasn't, something that we were
You're
used
always
to.
Dancing. Every
I
dream
know.
you have, you're doing a dance. That's great.
There's some sort of dance happening. I know. And I'm always kind of messing it up, which is fun because they can't see us, right? We can see them, but they can't see us. So
That's right.
it was really beautiful to be involved in the celebration. Like I said, there were fireworks that went off. I think it was Neilani that was with me on the bridge. I think it was Neilani in the beautiful blue and white gown with the long sleeves and a bell, like a bell on the bracelet. So if she's here, I don't think that I've seen her, but if she is here, it would be fun to know if that was something similar that she experienced as well. It's really fun to get there, right? To astral travel, to get there and remember it. And I woke up with a great big smile on my face. So, I didn't see Ms. Franco. I didn't see any of the politicians, but felt like I went on vacation. Whew. And it didn't cost anything.
Free.
And you danced, and that's just as good as really getting exercise. Because Terry, weren't you saying that earlier today? Your brain doesn't know the difference if you're exercising in your sleep or if you're doing it in real life. It's just doing it.
It's just doing it. Yeah. It
You're
was
on
so
vacation.
good.
Yeah.
Did I skip you, Diana? No. Did I?
No, you did not skip me. I went and closed windows first of all, so I have to watch the replay so I can catch what I missed. Which I would do anyways, because I'm like that. I didn't make it to Venice. I was more like in a Les Miserables kind of a situation. And even that was so quick and so fleeting that I didn't even journal it, have no log on it.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Was it the same time period?
Yeah, Les Miserables.
Yeah. Yep.
Like the movie Les Miserables.
Right. You turned left instead of going right.
Yeah. I got stuck in France because I stole the bread.
It's really interesting. I think it would be fun some night to dream about going into a book. And I don't think anybody's ever done this before, but I was thinking, have you guys read Poe's Cask of Amontillado? Have you read that one? It's about being, I believe it's Spanish or something like that. But there's a guy who's mad at this other guy because he always picks on him all the time. So he brings him down to show him some wine down in a wine cellar, and he ends up basically at the very end walling him in and killing him and letting him stay.
Maybe I did.
Yeah.
Because that sounds familiar. I just don't remember the title.
But it starts with a festival. It starts with they're in the piazza and and that's what's reminded me of how they were dressed up and stuff, and how they were, like in a jester's outfit, or everybody. It was carnival. It was carnival.
Yeah,
I had to read that for some literature class.
Wow.
Yeah. It
Interesting.
doesn't
I don't
have
know
to be
about the
that,
wall
but
thing.
it might be fun. Might be
Oh,
fun to
that
add
I've
to a book.
I already have visions of a pop-up book and we're climbing in it.
Oh my gosh, right? That's great. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's great.
Mhm.
Well, we do have a couple of dreams, and Froxy has 3 sections. So
That's
if you guys
excellent.
are ready to take a look at a dream, I
Yeah.
will put up Froxy. Here's the first part. Dreamed I was walking down a narrow road with shops on either side. They all had the old-fashioned signs hanging in front of the shops showing what they sold. Then we have the signs are around 1600, so made from metal, like old French signs. I was walking, but didn't know where I was, and kept thinking, where is my car? Dude, where's my car?
Good luck.
How am I ever going to find my car? Maybe I was in Venice. There could be no place to park because it was surrounded by water.
Yeah, and it makes
So
sense. You were
maybe
looking for your car
Foxy
because
was
you were
there.
thinking, yeah, you were.
Yes.
Wow.
It really
That's
sounds like
interesting.
it.
Yeah. Any ideas about where she was or why she was, or you guys all agree that she was in Venice?
Well, the fact
Narrow
that she said a French sign makes me wonder if we weren't on the streets together and didn't make it to Venice.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
And she was
goodness.
stuck. She was stuck in a time
Yeah.
warp
Period,
because she had 21st century thinking about her
Mhm.
vehicle, and it wouldn't have been that in 1600, of course.
Right.
Wow.
Right. And they do have water in France.
They do. The Seine, right? If you're in Paris, yeah.
Huh.
Any other thoughts?
The streets were old but not cobblestone. Okay. Yeah, Wiki says it sounds like Venice, and she's been there.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Beautiful.
awesome.
Don't you think that French and Italian have similarities? They're
Yeah.
they're different, same language base. Yeah.
Yes, and it's all wine country.
True.
I think that romance.
That's what I saw,
languages.
Froxy Roxy. I saw cobblestone streets.
Mhm.
Yeah, me too. Me too. All the artisans that it takes those hundreds of years to put that all together, put that down. So I wanted to share with you guys a poem that Froxy sent to me that really illustrates the astral travel and the connection to past lives through your dreaming. And so I hope I don't blow this French. I'm going to look at the word below to make sure I'm rhyming it correctly. Right? So Froxy wrote this in 2007, and it's called "The Paris in My Soul." The Paris in my soul is from another life lived long ago. Still it runs within my veins, memories that draw me back again. The Arc de Triomphe, the Eiffel Tower, the city lights, the market flowers. Walks along the Champs-Élysées, sidewalk cafes on summer days. Rive Gauche, I don't know if I'm saying that right, along the River Seine, Paris streets in April's rain. The country vineyards that call to me, rows of lavender as far as I can see. So it is in dreams I go, returning to the senses that I know, and Paris is in my soul. Isn't that lovely?
Nice.
Very nice,
So
Froxy.
beautiful.
Very
Oh my gosh.
Very
So
Just definitely
beautiful.
have a publishing date on that one.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. But she really captures that essence of knowing where you are without any real explanation of how do you know that?
Yeah.
How,
How you know?
right?
Yep.
How do you know that? How do you know where you are when it's that familiar and it's that real? Where you can smell and taste and feel and know where you are. That level of comfort, right? That there's nothing out of the ordinary. This is just what is, right? Except for finding your car. I love that. I just love that.
It's in the bottom of the
Okay.
canal.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's go on to the next dream, which is from Delphi Ross. What is dreaming with a male dog that has two puppies? Oh, or the meaning of dreaming with dogs.
Well, dogs, of course, are about loyalty
Mm-hmm.
and unconditional love, dedication. Male will rear the puppies. Can't nurse them, but would rear them.
Yeah, also protection, right?
Right?
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
dogs are great protection, that unconditional love, like you said, Diana. It's just such a beautiful thing.
It is. Yeah, they are loyal. They're best friends. Um, but I have seen a lot of male dogs who actually love nurturing their their partners. I guess is the best word. The partners, the puppies.
Yeah.
And maybe it's got to do with the fact that it doesn't matter if it's male or female, that they're all nurturers.
And we're in a time where the father takes a bigger role in raising children in the home
Yeah.
nowadays, right?
True.
Than they
Yeah.
did when we were kids. Not saying they didn't get involved, but
Hmm.
much in my household.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that they teach us how to love unconditionally, and
Mm-hmm.
and I think possibly that maybe is a message for you to love yourself unconditionally,
Hmm.
because we love our pets, our animals, our friends, our neighbors unconditionally, and I think maybe there's a little meaning in there for you to love Delphi unconditionally.
Mm-hmm.
Could be. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah,
Right.
I was just wondering if there were any circumstances around in that dream. Do you have a sense of unrequited love in reality? I mean, what are the realities in your life that may have caused such a dream?
Right. I think too that it's knowing that there are many pieces, many parts to nurturing, that to look for the unexpected, to look for something outside the norm, or to be open to a solution that maybe doesn't look the way that others might think it's supposed to look. That magical things still happen, male, female. At some point we have to be accepting of all. So
Hmm.
the two pups may represent ideas that you are developing, and know that the nurturing that comes in to support those ideas, those new bursts of friendship and loyalty and delight and silliness, and the shoe care, be careful with your shoes. Just all those things that go into the fun and the play of puppies. That the support that you're looking for growing that, could come in an unexpected place, or from an unexpected, and not maybe not the what you would think or consider normal, but still just as loving and wonderful, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. And here we have Miss J.
I've dreamt about her sometimes too.
Mhm.
That's
Yep.
cool.
She's got so much to teach us. I think that, and she's so. I think part of it is that she's like one of the most respected people here on YouTube, and so
Mhm.
it's almost as though you're going to the head of the class because you got a chance to work with Linda. Yeah.
The dean has
Yes.
called you into the office and it's favorable.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yes.
grand dame. Yeah. Yeah. She's and that Native American shamanism,
Yeah.
Jay, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Really is.
the healing. She's so like you were saying, Allie, she is so well versed, and she does the prayers, she does the healing, she does the politics.
She promotes everybody. She promotes everybody.
Yeah,
She's
she
just,
does. She's amazing. She's so generous. Yeah.
yep, she's generous.
Yeah.
Good on you, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Ron also?
Excited.
Ron dreamt of her, and so did Annie. That's really what's fascinating to me.
Wow.
Linda G.
Interesting.
Ron said he dreamt of her before, and Annie just said she did.
Right. Recently.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not to mention funny. Yeah. How true is that?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, I think that Jay has an amazing journey ahead of her, and that her heart is going to take her on this amazing adventure that is going to knock her socks off. Probably to the level that is Linda G. And that is just my personal opinion. But and everybody knows I love Jay. I love everybody. But Jay and I have been doing the shows together, and the leaps and bounds that she takes in and understands so quickly is just astronomical. So, Sonia, let's see what we got here.
She says she usually doesn't remember dreaming, so that's cool, Sonia. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. Good to know.
Saw Oz in the distance. Oh. You were driving the bus, a bunch of people, long journey. Had to pull
So
over
you
and
were
check.
service to someone, to a group. You
were in charge.
In service,
Yep.
and you wanted
Yeah.
to, and she wanted to make
Get
sure
the
it was,
way, get
was the
going
right
down
way.
along one way to like a city. Oh, you saw Oz. Oh, you're going on a magical Emerald City tour. You must be coming to Seattle, because Seattle's the Emerald City.
Oh, love
But I'm
that.
in Kansas.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Wow. So,
That's fun.
yeah. So driving, being in the driver's seat, Sonia, that's so important. That's
Mhm.
huge. And that you have your entourage behind you or your group behind you. That's beautiful. You're in charge of your the facets of your life. You are driving your bus. You are moving forward, and you're moving forward into not fantasy, but expansion, like the Emerald City. I mean, just whatever you think of Oz,
Illumination.
magical. Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Perfect.
Illumination.
Yep. Okay.
Transformation. Wow. Perfect timing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, well, and
I gotta
looking
like
at
that.
her thumbnail there, looking at her thumbnail there, and look at the globe of light that she's holding, right?
Mhm.
So the illumination is in the complication of when you are in service to people, making sure you're getting it right for everybody, right? So you stop to check to make sure that you were on the correct route, and how are you going to go down this one-way street, which I'm assuming it was going in the other direction, right? So you were weighing it out, which was the next card, was to weigh it out.
Ah.
How are you going to make this maneuver? Which brings us back to the complications.
Yep.
It was calm, but it's complicated. How am I going to do this without creating a ruckus? So you stop to put yourself in alignment with the higher spirit.
You know the path. I love that, Annie. That's great. Yeah.
Roxy says maybe you're a good driver.
Or you have the drive. You have the drive to take others with you. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this being Virgo time of the year, we are all examining how we are in service to others, because the sun is promoting that for us.
Right. Yeah, that's excellent.
That's right.
That's really cool. That's really cool. All I can think of is the wheels on the bus go round.
Oh God! Don't be
No.
That's what she makes me sing every day.
Oh.
I want to play the wheel. And is that the bus say,
Oh my gosh.
Another
Such a
earworm,
sweet
right?
word.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got Sonia that there's support that you are supportive of others, and that you support people on their paths as long. And I think it was a message to you too to let you know that you're on the right path, and then that it was enlightenment.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. You're definitely making great strides, Sonia. You should be
Yes.
proud of yourself for all of the the places that you're going. So, gals, I have a question. I had a neighbor come over tonight and tell me that there's a bobcat in my neighborhood.
Okay.
And my friend Lori, of course, is staying here, and she's on the other side of the house. And she said, I heard the weirdest noise last night.
Yeah.
Anybody know what a bobcat signifies?
What it signifies?
Yeah, like
You
if we
mean
were
symbolically?
symbolic. Yeah, symbolic.
Hmm.
It is standing in power.
Oh, okay.
Right. And it is an aloof.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Independence.
Independence. All right. That's certainly something that I've been working on now. Female power, Annie says. Oh my God.
There you go.
Oh my God.
And
That's
that is
wonderful.
something that you work on very well.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, and my friend and I are working on that right now because it's the two of us here. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Go.
All right. Thank
Right.
you.
Well, Dr. Google says they take their time.
Yes.
There is no
People are-
rushing. As such, bobcat as a spirit animal begins with the symbolism of patience and tenacity. A strategy is key here.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like that female power, like that Durga Ma,
Yeah.
the mother of the universe, but all the slayer of demons with love.
Okay. I just got to be careful of my babies because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why the neighbor
Yeah.
came over, Yeah. Yeah.
Tyler's going to come over.
And that's what it says in Stephen Farmer's book. He says it's a time to be vigilant.
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 Yeah. Okay.
And just stay alert, but relaxed, and just make sure that all of your senses are available as needed.
Okay.
And that's probably for, like, we used to have a bobcat that lurked around our house, and I know it would go down to the beach, and you could see their footprints, and it made us a little bit nervous, but
Sure.
Well,
it's the first I've heard of it. We've had bear around here before, but thank you, everybody. I didn't mean to go off too much off topic here, but
No,
I
it's
just,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good symbol. Even though we're leery of it.
No, those aren't my dogs. I don't know. I think it's Diana's dogs. Yeah.
No, those are terrible. That's Tyler.
That's Tyler. Sorry,
Tyler.
guys.
Oh, that's Tyler.
Yeah.
Okay.
He knows about the bobcat.
That's interesting.
Annie Bear said something about giving it a gift of raw chicken.
Yeah, raw chicken. Okay. And salt on the boundary line. I can do those things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and a message to
we
have a lot of chickens around here too. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have deer. You have a lot of deer,
and bunnies.
So maybe the bobcat found the buffet line. Unfortunately, it's wide and open, and there isn't a whole lot that says, "Hey, I'm in trouble here." So, the other aspect too of bobcat is freedom, isolation, and reflection. So that kind of all blends together, and that is what you're doing.
Sure does.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. When we lived out in the country, we only saw them twice. And at first I thought I was seeing something that I'm like, what is that? Because it looked more like a big dog, but it moved like a cat. So,
sure.
John was like, honey, that's a bobcat. And I'm like, okay, do I need to be nervous? And he said, well, no, not really, because they're probably more afraid of us than we are of them.
Oh,
so
but they wouldn't be of animals. Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, and Rossi's saying the same. Bobcat looked at me until I got in the car, so. We are glad you got in your car. Yes,
is cool
we
that
are
it's
glad you got in
female
the car.
empowerment. I love that. That's so good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible,
It's
right?
the theme of the night because that was what she was in Venice. She was an empowered female, the lady that you
That's
talked
right.
about. Wow.
Mhm.
That's right. She was. Yes.
The true meaning of the word
Yeah.
virgin.
Yeah. I was saying hi to Cat Mama.
No hurting the
Yeah.
bobcat.
No hurting. No, I won't do
Love
that.
it, Claudia. No.
Yes. Yeah. Any other questions? Any other things you guys want to talk about? God, you guys are so quiet today.
How's everybody been,
I
has
know.
everybody been sleeping well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been okay.
That's a
This
good
energy?
question.
A couple nights I wasn't, but Katie's coming to Seattle, you know. She's coming to
Woohoo.
visit. Are you gonna be on the Wednesday show next week or no? Katie.
Probably not. Yeah, probably not. I'm
Okay.
not bringing
Okay.
my
Okay.
computer. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
I might be in the chat,
But
but
I'm gonna
you
see
know,
her. We're gonna see each other while she's here. So
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so
everybody.
cool.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it good?
I
We
love
Yeah.
it.
met each other once. We met each other on Christmas Eve, actually, last year.
Yes.
No
Yeah.
And
way.
Yeah, it
yeah,
was so good.
it
It was,
was
and
fun.
I chose a restaurant that was closed.
Oh, shoot.
I didn't know it was closed, but I thought, oh, here's a good one, and it was all
Yeah,
boarded
well,
up
I
and
didn't know it was
closed.
closed either because it was the Sherry's, and they're all. I've seen them open everywhere else, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
something comfortable, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
so cool.
here's a question by Wiki. Okay, what's yours? Oh, honey, you just want to go home.
There's no place like home.
There's no place like home.
Yeah, I love that kind of a dream. I dream about the one that I was in high school because we lived in so many different places, and I enjoy going back there because I can see my bedspread and my wallpaper and all the posters and all that other stuff, and it's a wistfulness for a time that's already gone by.
Right,
Right.
nostalgia.
A comfort zone. A comfort zone that the innocence of that childhood there.
Yeah.
There's a special connection to that house that must bring you peace, and that it's, yeah,
Mhm.
like you said, comforting.
Nostalgia.
Yeah. Also the joy of your inner child.
Definitely.
You
I was
know?
going to say the inner child. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Revisiting that joy of that little girl and your beautiful heart before, all these constructs came in.
Playing in the corner with all your toys, keeping all your brothers and sisters out of it.
Yeah. Were you anchored there? Well, that depends on your feeling about it. Apparently, if you liked it, if it's a good memory, then that's why you go back there. But if it's a bad memory for some reason, you need to still work on that. Don't you
Right.
think, ladies?
Yeah.
Yeah. It might be your safe place, or it might be a place that
Right.
you want to go back and because when we're little, we don't have the coping skills to deal
Right.
with things that happen to us often.
Uh-huh.
And that continues as you grow older if you lose your voice.
Right.
So you kind of look at that again.
That was going to be my next question for Wiki was, what was your childhood like in that house? Is it fond memory, or is it something you have to clear out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's some healing going on there.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, Annie, your husband's going to Minnesota? I'm going to Minnesota.
Minnesota.
That's cool.
What do they always say in Minnesota? Oofda?
Oofda. Instead of oof, they say oofda.
Oofda.
What's that?
Oofda.
What is that? What's oofda? After?
It's kind of like oof. You know how like we go, oh, oof.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say that a lot. I go, oh, oof. Or, sometimes like oof. But like in Minnesota, they say oofda.
Oofda.
Scandinavian.
Put it on the table down. Side by a tree is going down the road.
Oh.
Too
Love
cute.
it.
Yeah.
Lunatic,
Beautiful. Good
Cute.
potato lefty. Okay.
lefty. Yeah.
Luftix.
Cool.
We're
Lufta.
learning Minnesotian.
Minnesotan. Yeah. Yeah.
Potato left.
Yeah, you betcha.
Yeah, you betcha, eh?
Potato lefts.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you betcha.
Oh,
That's too
Ludacris.
cute.
Oh, that's some horrible stuff.
You're welcome, Wiki.
Definitely.
I was born in
Yeah,
Minnesota. Don't remember it though.
You were? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. I love
Yep.
finding out words that are popular, you know, in a municipality, like in Boston, it's wicked pissa, you know.
Really? I've never heard that.
Was
Hey,
that
did you have a good
colloquialism?
weekend? Yeah, it was wicked pissa.
Oh my gosh. Did we
Oh,
put up a warning label? Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
That's so
That is
funny.
so cute. Oh my gosh.
Maybe
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, it
Really?
smells like socks.
yeah.
Or something worse. It's
Yeah,
bad.
Zilt. If you're Polish,
Yeah.
eating zilt. Well,
Ugh.
Oh my
Wicked
all the
goodness.
piss.
leftover parts in
I know.
jelly.
Oh.
That one's gonna be hard to forget for a long time.
Right?
Maybe every time we should get together, we should say it really loudly.
Wicked.
Well,
But it's PISSAH because there's no R's. There's no R's in Boston. You know, that's why you park your car at Harvard Yard. You know,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Harvard Yard.
it's the accent.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cat Mama has a
So
dream
good.
here, honey. Cat Mama
Okay.
has a dream.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
here we go. Yeah. Here we go.
Looking at a gentleman who is dressed at his best, but his shirt was dingy. His shirt was as dingy as my socks, and his socks were too. He needs new what is it? Tide bleach.
With oxy. Tied with oxy.
Yeah, Tide with
Yeah. Or
OxyClean.
maybe the scent beads in the washer too, right? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh.
But it's funny
I
how
find it
she
interest-
noticed how dingy he was. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and
And
did he
good
take off his
shirt.
shoes to notice the socks? Right?
That was I said to myself, his shirt was as dingy as my socks.
Oh.
Did you guys ever
I
see that
actually-
ad where the kid has the neck and she says, You look very comfortable because his neck
Yeah.
is
Because
The
Yeah.
neck is all stretched out.
Because it's
Yeah.
all awful.
So
Yeah,
I
no.
think he was putting his best foot forward in spite of the drawbacks.
That's right.
Yeah.
I have, when I first moved here, I didn't know that there was a difference between the salt that you purchase to put in the water softener, right? One has iron out and one does not. I have since thrown away all my white nightgowns because they all turned red
Oh.
because I didn't know.
Oh.
And at
Oh.
first, they came out a little, you know, they didn't look quite as bright as they should be, but the laundry in the basement. It's hard to tell, right?
Yeah.
And I'd put them
Right.
on, and it smelled like chicken soup as the night went on. Because the acid from my own skin would start to oxidize the iron, and the color would get so.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
And so
Yes.
I just.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But now that I know, I can reinvest in white nightgowns. You know, that good old Victorian white cotton stuff. I love it.
I love that stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, lightening your, clearing out old things, perhaps like you've got all this beautiful things inside you, Cat Mama, all this beautiful ways
Mhm.
you present yourself, but there might be something, hanging on that you're ready to let go of, in a presentation type way, how you present energy or how you present, not necessarily to others. It could be to yourself because sometimes if you dream of a man and you're a woman, that would be your subconscious self So, see if that makes any sense.
And that's kind of what I got motivation. I got motivation. So maybe, maybe it's to, keep us motivated and to teach us that, there's,
Yeah, I like that. The mess under the surface.
yeah. And,
Yeah.
and so just the whole judgment thing, that there's no judgment. And,
Well, and we all have parts that wear out.
Yeah.
Just like our clothing gets old and gets worn out.
I get it's not what's on the outside.
Annie,
No.
that's kind of what I'm getting too. Yeah, it's not what's on the outside.
Yeah.
Onto the earth. He was trying to. That was my first instinct. Was he was trying to put his best foot forward, regardless.
Even though he was taking care of his own clothes and he had a
Yeah.
dingy shirt, but at least it was clean, right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I think there's also like an element of discernment, of noticing what's different, of noticing what's maybe a little bit off. But even understanding that the attempt was there, that the sincerity was there, or that the foundation was pure of heart. So, to see it and not say, ugh, you're looking for me? No, you must be looking for someone else. But you know what I mean? To not bring it up so that it would become embarrassing, or not to be able to discern that there is a need there, or that there is a disconnect there in some way of presentation, of having the confidence to say, I'm going to check all the details to make sure that I've ironed out the wrinkles to my own discernment of what it is that I'm looking at. So anyway, that's
and
what
Wiki says his clothes were dirty, but his hands were clean. Isn't that? And it's a song. I can't remember which song, but
yeah, I don't know.
Well, not long.
And yes, it is an economic matter because a lot of people falling on hard times, and we've had to not buy as many new clothes or whatever. Yeah.
Bob Dylan.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Big John?
Lay Lady Lay? Was it Lay Lady Lay? No.
Okay. I don't know.
His hands were clean.
Yeah.
It's older than that.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it could be to
very interesting.
Tighten your budget, tighten, keep an eye on finances.
Right.
Yeah. Well, also, what are we looking at now? Are we really, everything's kind of changing, isn't it? It's like we're not really judging people or ourselves by how we're dressed or what kind of purse we carry or.
Oh gosh, yeah. People wear pajamas to the store. I mean.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just it's all changing.
I like that, Rossi. Commonality with the man. Yeah.
Oh, love that.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, those are wonderful.
It is
wonderful.
Lady
I'm so excited.
It is Lay Lady Lay? Yeah.
Yes.
Lay. Yeah.
Good old Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Oh, Claudia says she noticed she was in a similar position with her socks, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And flying your freak flag. I mean, if you want to wear something that's worn out and got holes in your pants or whatever.
Who cares?
Right?
Yeah.
I'm in my pajamas.
What did I do?
Oh, that's so cute. I love it. And it's so cool, too, that so many people in the chat are remembering snippets from their dreams.
Well, not only that, but I love that they're trying to work on the analysis of it. And that's very admirable, and that's exactly what you need to do because it's your interpretation that matters the most.
It's the bottom line is how did it make you feel?
Right.
Right. Exactly. The bottom line. So, when we take a look at dreams, it can reduce your stress. It can teach you new perspectives. You can have more pleasure, more joy in your day, knowing that you can solve issues even in your sleep. I mean, just to have that understanding of that resource is, is a very, very cool place to go experiment and explore and communicate and enrich your life, your waking life. So yes, I'm just really, really excited for everybody. They are.
So
Everybody's remembering more. So it's like, it's so exciting.
yeah, yeah. I know, I go on missions a lot on my dreams. And the one that I had last week, I felt so very empowered. We're all light workers, and we work with the light in many different ways. And many of us use our hands to maneuver the space and move the energy around. And it was something, yeah, there we go. and it was a very big part of what this dream was. Then it sent me to Belarus. And so what I was able to do was create the light so that the people who could rescue these people would be able to see it glowing. And it was a matter of being able to pull up these threads in both places just so that the glow would be around where they would get the message they're the ones to go rescue, and they would be able to find where these people were hiding.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's beautiful,
That
Diana.
is so exciting.
Yeah.
So
You have cool dreams.
it's up to you. It's up to you guys if you want to do another dream meetup, if you want to let it go. Maybe you just do it once a month. It's fun to do. It's fun to see what happens and comes out of it. But it's not something that we have to do every time. So, I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to continue with that aspect of it, or just ask folks to share their dreams when they join us, or questions that they may have. So I know we're coming to the end of our time, and I just really want to say thank you to everybody that shared with us today, everybody that was, courageous enough to remember, to share, to help us all to remember what that's like, to be able to do this. And thank you, Froxy, for your beautiful poem, and for, hanging out with us. We love that you guys hang with us. And of course, I'm so grateful for Kelly and Terry and Diana and Allie, who's had to go. Yeah. So Allie is next week, and she'll be hosting.
Well,
So,
and I just want to say, Froxy, that's exactly how you go about it. So everybody who doesn't remember their dreams, set the intention, set your clock, set your intention to remember them more.
yeah. Yeah. Thanks everybody for being here. See you guys
dreams,
next week.
everybody.
I'll be watching. Yeah.
Bye, Lyndon.
Sweet dreams.
Bye, Annie. See you all. Thank you.